Hey guys, I post this video in absolute sadness. I'm upset. I'm upset with myself. I failed, as the description of the video clearly states. I failed the 100 days of making comics. I think it's at least been 5 days since I did anything. And just due to pure busyness, scheduling, and then sickness. The last 3 days I've had a migraine. Yesterday was my work day, and could barely focus on my own work, let alone anything else. Was able to sort of sketch loosely, but nothing too concentrating. Nothing that involved me having to concentrate too heavily. I'm annoyingly on day 3 of this migraine, so I apologise if some of the stuff I say doesn't make sense. I'm in a very tired and irritated mood, as this migraine's really gotten the best of me, which is just super duper annoying. I thought I'm on my way to work to the comic shop today. I thought what better time to post than now, just while I'm driving. I've got 20 minutes of just quiet time, so I thought it's a good time to reflect and actually catch up with you all and say, hey, this is what happened. And I'm sad because quite a few people were excited that I was getting back on. I've had people messaging me saying they're excited about seeing all the new comic pages and seeing chapter 3 of Monkey Junk, and none of that is out of the window. I'm still working on those things, but I'm still working on Monkey Junk. My schedule just didn't allow for this challenge, and I thought by taking the challenge that it would really push me further to do it, to make a more concerted effort to do my 30 minutes every day. And then that 30 minutes isn't really that hard. I still found myself procrastinating and doing other things. For example, my current website is costing me too much at the moment. I have to pay monthly, and I'm not making enough for that to be viable, so I've changed my provider from Squarespace over to Big Cartel, and in doing that I'm having to transfer everything from my Squarespace over to Big Cartel, and that's been lengthy, and because it's not the same platform, it's been a little bit more difficult to not only just shift everything over, but hand code everything and try and make it look nice in the theme, the template that I have to use now. So it's a whole lot of new considerations, and that's taking time, and I'm using that as a procrastination tool to get out of doing other things, which I know is silly, but that's just what happens. It's just sort of how I work. I procrastinate by doing smaller, menial tasks that still get me somewhere with something, but never focusing on the main task at hand, unless it's like, say, client work. If someone's paid money, then that pushes me. With Monkey Junk, it's just one of those things. And the same with Kill the Hero and most of my personal projects. They always take a back seat to anything that involves me and an income. So here I am again, doing the exact same thing. And the other side of it is too, like, even my painting, I've got a market coming up at the end of this week, and I told myself that I was going to have a butt ton of new paintings to take with me. So I've gotten like a ton of Posca pens, I've got heaps of stuff to do all my painting with, but I don't have the paintings to show for it, and I really need to get my butt into gear and do that. So in between dealing with a few little client jobs, I'm trying to get those paintings done so I can have them ready for the market. I think there's also a little bit of fear in me that I'm going to do all these paintings and I'm going to really enjoy, and people online will dig, and then I'll get to the market and I won't sell any. It could be the total opposite, that my mind works in that horrible way that whenever I think of a plan or a project, I try and think of all the possible outcomes, and that also includes the negative ones, and sometimes I tend to think more regularly on the negative ones than the positive ones. And I suppose that comes from having extremely low expectations of anything. I've had people really let me down in the past with things, which have just left me to drop all expectations and from people in general. So in most cases I kind of expect the absolute least, even though I put everything into this and my whole business plan relies on positive outcomes of the work that I create. I still expect the least out of it. I don't know, this is really sounding quite negative, and it's probably because of my migraines put me in a pretty fragile mental state at the moment, as it normally does. I tend to find that, like, in the last day of a migraine, because mine tend to last at least up to 2 days. It's only recently they've been going up to 3. Does put me in a bit of a down state because I lose all motivation, I don't want to draw, I lose my energy. I was working on a commission this morning, which was just some sketch work, and it was going over a pre-existing sketch that I'd done a week ago, and I got about halfway through, and my hand was just giving way underneath me, and all my lines come up crap, and I was like, what's going on? Like, this is not me. Just due to the migraine. And yeah, that makes me feel pretty shit when I'm doing shit work. When I already feel down, it's easy for me to just feel like crap. But here I am. I'm making this video. I'm accounting for myself and for the work that I didn't do. I'm trying to look forward and figure out what the next step is. You know, where do I go from here? What do I do? Do I try and do the challenge again? I don't think so, because I just don't think with my scheduling, my routine, I can achieve a full 100 days. I want to keep doing videos, I really do, but when I'm at home, the last thing I think of doing is a video. I really don't have the confidence to film anything other than just doing these videos, which I think is, you know, part and parcel. I know a lot of people struggling with just doing videos like this, so I'm glad I can do this, just the talking, and let that, you know, put that online. But just filming the day-to-day life, or even just filming my process stuff, really struggle with it. Oh, there goes the camera. Sorry. Yeah, where was I? I must say, I thank everyone who watches all of these videos, because there's a lot of times where I feel like I'm just stop and think, and it gets really quiet, and in my head, like, it probably only is for like a couple of seconds, but in my head it's like a minute worth of just nothingness. And I'm thankful for everyone who sits through those boring think moments, so thank you, most importantly, you. Just can't even remember where I was. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to continue doing these videos. I enjoy doing these videos, but I want to do something more exciting too. The part of me really wants to do more of the how-to videos or the process videos. I really enjoy doing the how-to videos. If I can schedule those in into my daily routine or my weekly routine, then I'd really like to make an effort of doing them. I don't know what kind of how-to videos to do. I think I maybe need to make a list of what I've already done, and a list of what I can do. So, I mean, there is a lot. I was thinking, now that I'm doing a lot more painting, I can do, I can talk about Posca pens and painting, doing creative backgrounds, or working with canvas, or working with different mediums, etc. How to varnish your paintings, how to finish your paintings, how to hang your paintings, how to get hook and wire onto them, etc. Maybe that'll be interesting. Maybe that'll be helpful to people. I don't really want to do them for me. I suppose these talking videos are generally for me, because it allows me to reflect on myself and actually get the words out, because I don't do this. It's not like I sit down with people often with a coffee and just talk for 20 minutes straight about what's going through my head. And the bonus of this is I'm not getting interrupted, so I just keep talking and get it all out. But the other side is it allows me to talk about my ideas, and so how-to videos, they're more for you. They're fun for me because they remind me of why I do what I do and how to do the things that I do. Like, it sort of jogs my memory as well. Like, my mind's kind of like a file cabinet. Once I learn something and retain it, I put it in a file cabinet and store it away, and it doesn't ever reappear until I really, really need an answer to something, or if someone asks me a question. So, like, at the moment, I have a great knowledge of art supplies, art materials, but if I had to talk to you about it now, I wouldn't know where to begin. But if you said, oh, hey, what's a really good paper to use for Copics, I could talk to you for an hour about it. So, I don't know, maybe throw some suggestions, some how-to stuff, and I'll do that. I've got a bit of a computer now for editing, so I'm very keen to do videos on that, to edit some videos on that. That would be nice, to edit videos again properly. It's just iMovie, but I love iMovie. I know it's so plain and just not production value, but I mean, for YouTube and for what I do, it's just so perfect, and I really, really like using it. So I'm so thankful that I've got a Mac again. Thank you, Lee, if you're watching this. I don't know. I think I'm out of juice. I've talked too much. I'm nearly at work anyway, so I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you all for watching. I'll be back. This isn't the end. I'll figure something out. I think I need to sit down and reassess and reschedule my life a little bit. But yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. And thank you all so much for your love in the short time that I did the 100 days of making comics. It is so greatly, greatly appreciated. It's nice to know that I'm still welcome and a part of the wonderful community that is the 100s. So thank you all. I love you all, and I'll be back soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.